Welcome back, Little About a Lot. Today, well, I got some tools that you might like. Harbor Freight sells a lot of different things. Lots of hand tools, some power tools, generators, trailers, but they're not all the best. So I have 5 tools that I have been using that I know do last, are good, and you should definitely buy if you're looking for one. In no particular order, I will rank the 4.5-inch angle grinder sold by Harbor Freight. This is the Drill Master. It is awesome. Now you can get this thing for, I don't know, maybe $5, $10, $15, and it really depends on the type of year. If you're doing like that $5 tool deal, you know, sometimes if you buy like 40 bucks, you get a $5 tool. Sometimes this is in it. You get the 20% off coupon, 25% off coupon, 10% coupon, 15% coupon, and sometimes they're just on sale. I think I got this for around $10. Now, it's not the most powerful in the market, and it is corded, so you can't take it anywhere unless you have power anywhere. But the 4.5-inch angle grinder Drill Master from Harbor Freight, I've had this for about 6 years or 7 years, I believe now. And for 6 years of using it, it's taken some abuse. I've used it a lot. It's got enough power to do 99% of the jobs that you're thinking for. You know, cutting through rebar, cutting through 1/4-inch metal. It's done a great job for me. They also sell the cutoff wheels for super cheap. You can get the masonry one, you can get the metal one. This next one is a new one for me. I just got this the other day. I've used it a couple of times now, and I am in a thumbs up support for this particular product. This is the Chicago Electric chainsaw blade sharpener. The instructions aren't great in setting this thing up, but really it's not that hard to set up. I have a Ryobi chainsaw, gas chainsaw, and super dull. I tried the hand tools. I even bought the good stuff to try. Couldn't get it sharp myself. And well, last ditch effort, $30, Harbor Freight. Like I said, it's got a brake on it. It clamps down. You set it up, you plug it in, and you just grind away the dull part of your blade. And man, I think this thing works great. I think it's a definite buy if you're, you know, do some chainsaw stuff every once in a while, because I can never keep my blades sharp. After a tree, they're done, you know. And as long as you're not grinding too much off, I think your chainsaw blades are going to last a long time. And this thing really does get them sharp. So it's a thumbs up from me. Number 3 on the list is my second oldest item that I have here. And I've used this for a bunch of my projects. And so number 3 out of 5 for Harbor Freight tools that you should own is the Central Pneumatic 2-in-1 nailer stapler. This is the 18 gauge, uses 1/4-inch crown, 18 gauge staples up to 1 5/8, and then brad nails up to 2 inches long, and plenty of power for this thing. Now, if you're doing a whole bunch of brad nails and things like this, it does give it a wider profile, so when you staple in, it has a bigger head on it to push those staples in, but doesn't change the head of it when it's hammering those staples in. So if you're putting brad nails in, it puts a longer, you know, dent, I guess you would say, in the boards and things like this, which doesn't necessarily bother me because I'm going to have to cover them anyways. This thing right here I have owned for probably, man, 9 years. Probably pretty close to 9 years. Even though there's a couple pieces missing, like the top piece is missing here, but everything functions very well. Like I said, I've been using this. You know, these are 1.5-inch staples. They work just fine. Most of the PSI I use on it is about 90 to 100. And that seems to work pretty well for different types of projects and different types of woods. Number 3 on the list, a thumbs up. Super cheap. I think they're like $19, and sometimes depending on the, you know, the time of year and all that kind of stuff, you can get them even cheaper. And what a great product. Number 4, Harbor Freight, gotta own tools. This next tool, number 4 out of 5, is the 1 1/8 hammer speed rotary hammer kit thingy-mabobber, big, you know, concrete drill thingy-mabobber. This is the Bauer. And even though it is a big, crazy, powerful drill that makes just about making any holes in concrete very easy, it's only like $80, I think, or $100, something like that. Also, depending on the 20% coupon, and if you're this member or that member, you can get this thing for, you know, around $80, something like that. I've used this. I had to do some termite treating around the house, and we got this like sidewalk that goes all the way around the house. So this thing drilled 205 half-inch holes in 4-inch concrete. Worked great. I don't have like a ton of experience drilling through concrete, but after 205 holes, this thing still functions really good. And after that, I had to like dig out some concrete, chip out some concrete, so you can put different types of bits and things like this in here. And it comes with an awesome case, a couple of different settings on this thing, hammer drill or hammer. And you know, everything on here is pretty good. It's nice and heavy. It's got some metal. Everything's pretty much metal on here. And so they built a pretty good product. And it comes with a couple of different maintenance kits, such as the grease that you need to put in it and so forth. So number 4 out of the 5 tools that you need from Harbor Freight, I give it a thumbs up, is the rotary hammer drill. Well, hopefully the microphone on the camera was going to work pretty good. I just ended up crunching my microphone on this, so hopefully the audio isn't too crazy or too different from the beginning of this video. But number 5 on the 5 tools that you must own from Harbor Freight is the one, the only, the trailer. Now this is the 4x8 foldable 1,450 pounds gross vehicle weight rating trailer. I've had this for about 8 to 9 years. I think it's about 9 years now. And I used to put it in my garage, folded it up. I didn't have the space I do now in this new shop, and so I would have to fold it up all the time. So a couple of things I don't like about it is the little wheels that come on the foldable thing when you fold it all the way up. They just don't work very well. I had to replace them, put some rubber ones on there. But the trailer itself is awesome, super cheap. One of the upgrades that I gave to this is the 2-inch ball hitch, you know, deal at the front of it. I replaced it. It had a 1 7/8, something like that. So I changed it to the 2-inch ball hitch receiver, and that's just more uniform for me to have to turn my ball on my truck and things like that. So that's one thing that I did end up doing. Worked just fine. It's been just fine. This thing is not rusted anywhere. I haven't changed any of the electrical on it. So it's got original lights, original frame, no painting done on it. And you know, I put a couple of things. It's got, you know, if you look right here, you can see right there, you can see the boards that you can put on the side. It's got some accessories that you can slide boards in. You can get very creative. There's a whole bunch of YouTube videos out there that show you a whole bunch of different things that you can do with this trailer. Original tires, original bearings, original everything on this thing. And you know, I have put concrete in this thing. I've put fence boards when we used to own a fence business. I've done mulch on this thing. I pull it with my zero-turn lawnmower. I put a hitch receiver on my lawnmower, put this thing on there because it's super lightweight. This thing really has, you know, done very well for the amount of use you put through it. Not one of those things you're going to put a whole bunch of huge boards and a whole bunch of heavy weight on it. Like I said, it's only like a 1,450 pound gross vehicle weight rating. And so the trailer itself probably weighs a couple hundred pounds. It does come with 10,000 different parts to put this thing together. Tons of bolts. And you know, really not that bad of a deal to put it together. It takes a little bit of time. If you never put the trailer together, this thing super easy to put together. If I can remember correctly, it comes basically with everything taken apart. You know, your wheels come, your axles come, and all that kind of stuff. You put it together, and it's really a piece of cake. Number 5 on the 5 tools you must own for Harbor Freight, I definitely endorse the 1,450 gross vehicle rating trailer that folds up. This thing has been outside for almost 6 months sometimes, and like I said, no rust. Paint's still pretty good on it. Original tires, original suspension. I did end up putting some plywood on it, which it does not come with, and some sides on it, which it does not come with. But that's all, like I said, up to what you guys want to do. So number 5 on the 5 tools you should own for Harbor Freight, I endorse the trailer. Well, I hope this gives you an idea of a couple of tools that you can buy at Harbor Freight without having any hesitation on whether they're durability, they're going to last long, so on and so forth. All 5 of these tools that I've showed you here today have really lasted a long time for me. I haven't had many issues at all with any of them. Plenty of power for 99% of the jobs you're going to do. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, it's just a little button you put down there. It's free. Turn on your notifications. Please like the video. And guys, until next time, I'll see you on the next one.